Nikicia here, and welcome back to another episode of Nikicia Speaks. Today's episode is going to be about the importance, fell out my chair, the importance of coaching and why it's helpful. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys some awesome access pass to be a part of a training to kind of see the steps that I'm taking and what I'm going to be doing in order to become a coach, a certified coach. So I want you guys to, stay tuned if you are interested in that. So the importance of being coached. Now, there's a difference between coaching and therapy. Therapy is more so looking at your past and trying to figure out the issues and the problems that are going on back there in order to fix them in the present. Whereas coaching is more so, you already know about your own issues and your own problems, and you're coming to the person and you're basically saying, I know what's wrong with me. I know where I want to go. I just need the motivation to get there and to move past those issues. And that's the whole point of coaching. People don't really understand that, because there's lots of health coaches, life coaches, there are even financial coaches and even business coaches, and each coach has their own guidelines as to what they do, but the whole basis is to help the person and to motivate the person to get them to whatever goal they want. That's the whole basis of coaching. And the reason it's important is that it's very difficult sometimes to keep yourself motivated, especially if you don't have the right tools necessary in order to keep yourself motivated. And that's something that I had an issue with before. Was I could have a great idea and I could have all the fundamentals, I could know how to do it and how to get to where I want to go, but if I don't have the motivation to get myself there, it's never going to happen. And that's an issue that a lot of people have, that when it comes to coaching, it's a very important job. And there's a lot of people who are self-proclaimed coaches that are really amazing at their job, that are really great at what they do and have helped a lot of people. And then there are a lot of other self-proclaimed coaches who are just that, self-proclaimed. They kind of know what to do a little bit, but they don't have the clear, structured fundamentals and the lessons. Now, unlike therapy and becoming a therapist, you don't necessarily have to have degrees and licenses like a therapist does, but it is also important to have some sort of certification to show that it's kind of regulated and that you really know what you're doing. It can be really helpful. But being a coach means that you are a good listener. You have a willingness to want to help people on a level that's a little bit deeper than just, surface, vein levels. And I saw a quote, and it was a really good quote, and you guys know how much I love quotes. Hold on, let me first find the quote. So it's a quote by Morgan Wooten, and it says, "That's the beauty of coaching. You get to coach lives, you get to make a difference, you get to do things for people who will never pay you back. And they say you never had a perfect day until you have done something for someone who will never pay you back." And this is true, because being a coach to someone, and most people know this from sports wise, but the whole point of a coach is a person who is there to motivate you to get to where you need to go. Because the reason for a lot of lackadaisical and lazy attitudes towards any project or anything that you want to do is because you have a lack of motivation to get there. And to have that person to tell you, it's not that you're lazy. It's that you are motivated enough to get to where you want to go. So because, to have that person there to push you and to push you and to push you to keep going, to say, come on, you got to keep going. You got to get up. The same thing is in a lot of basketball movies. My dad is a very huge basketball fan. So because of that, we watch a lot of sports movies. And one of his favorites is Coach Carter. And it's with Samuel L. Jackson. And he is a basketball coach for a Louisiana basketball team. And these kids are, they think they're the next future NBA ballers. They think they're Steph Curry, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. That's who they think they are, but they're in high school. And Coach Carter is like, in order for you to even get to that level, you got to work on what you got right now. Because right now, you can't ball. You can't dribble. You can't do cuts well. Like, come on now. You want to be like LeBron. You want to be like Steph Curry. But you ain't even going to put in the effort to do so. It's like, you can front all you want to. You can dunk on them and be all fake all you want to. But if you really want to get to that level, you got to do what I tell you to do. And Coach Carter was very inspirational. He was tough. He was stern and he was strict. But he was motivating. It was hard work, and anybody who knows sports knows that it is hard work in order to win a game, because you have to push your body to past the limit of exhaustion, past the limit of being tired. Because after running up and down the court a couple times, if you are like one of the good players and you're in the entire time, you get tired. And have that person motivating you to keep pushing forward. Just go a little bit further. Just a little bit further. And there's another movie that it was about football. And it was about this football team who, they were awful. They were terrible. They were always losing. The coach himself was dealing with his own problems and his own issues of, he's about to lose his job and people talking about him behind his back. But he was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this because I care about these kids. And one of the people on the team, he was the captain, the captain of the team. He was like, they need to see you keep pushing forward and keep moving forward, and they will do what you do because that's a captain. When you're a captain on a team, the rest of your teammates will follow you because you're at the top of the food chain. Like right under the assistant captain, under the assistant coach, is the captain. It's the coach, the assistant coach, and there's the captain. And they look to you for guidance. And if you're acting like a fool, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, nobody else is going to do what they're supposed to be doing. So the coach made an example of him, and he told him he had to do like these crawls where he had to have a person on his back. And he told him to crawl to the, I don't know how large football, I don't know the 50-yard line. I don't know how far that is. Like that's the halfway point. I don't know. I think it was a 50-yard line. We're going to say it's a 50-yard line. He had to crawl all the way to the 50-yard line with a dude on his back. And the coach kept yelling at him to keep going, keep going. Come on now, you can do it. Let's keep going, keep going. Kept pushing him, keep telling him, don't you stop, don't stop, keep going. And he was like, are we at the 50 yet? He's like, don't worry about that. Just keep going, keep going. And the teammates were watching on the sidelines. And at first they were like, oh, this is just a punishment. But their faces started to change and they started to look like, wow, he's really going. And he kept going, he's kept going. He said, just 2 more feet, just 2 more, just 2 more. And he just kept yelling at him to keep going and to keep going. And by the time that he was finished, he's like, you're there. And he stopped. He had crawled the entire football field from one end all the way to the other end. And he told him that the limit is in your mind. Okay, you can go so much further when you have someone there to motivate you to keep going. Because yeah, it's tough, it gets hard, it gets painful, but if you keep pushing yourself to keep going and to keep going and to keep going, after a while, if you're the only person motivating yourself, you're just gonna get sick and tired of it. You're gonna stop believing in your own words. And it's gonna get to the point where you're just gonna stop before you even hit the 50-yard line. But if you have another person there who is there for you and to motivate you and to help you reach your goal, then you have that coach telling you to keep going, just 2 more, just 2 more. You got this. You know what to do. You have this. Just keep going. Then you will go farther than that 50-yard line. You will go all the way to the end zone. And it's amazing that I'm using all of these sports analogies and I barely know anything about sports. But it's kind of true. And the same thing goes for a life coach. A life coach is a person who is there to motivate you in different situations in your life, whether it's romantic situations, financial situations, health situations, to motivate any aspect of your life that you need motivation in. Even if it's for you to want to switch careers or move to a different job, they are there to help you to build up they're there to help you to build up the courage and the strength to keep moving forward. And that's what I love about being a coach. And that's kind of why I'm taking this road and taking this step. Okay. And make sure it didn't cut off on me. Got 8 minutes. Okay, and to make sure that you are going where you want to go. And the thing about coaching is that a coach is not going to babysit you like in therapy. In therapy, it's all about talking about your problems and, you know, your issues and your past, whereas being a coach is talking about right now. You know, we know what's going on back then. We know what issues we have. We know what problems we have. Okay, so what are the solutions? Coaching is about using solution-based coaching. And that's basically, okay, so we know what's wrong, all right, but we're not going to dwell on the negative. We're going to move into the positive. Okay, so we see the problems. We see them over there. Okay, they're not pretty. They're really ugly, and they look kind of bad. So we're not going to dwell on them. We're going to go over here and talk about how we're going to solve those issues. We're going to resolve them. We're going to get you past them and build up your strength levels so that you have the motivation to go after the job you want. So you have that motivation to go after, you know, to go find your soulmate, you know, to create a second income or to become an entrepreneur or to have a clear set plan. All of these things involve being a coach. And it doesn't matter what, you know, direction or specific field of coaching it is, but that is what a coach is. And that's kind of why I was attracted to it. Now, the fun goodies. So this Saturday at 1 p.m. there is a free web class all about being a coach. Whether it's if you're a coach already or if you want to become a coach, there is something awesome coming out. It's called the Max Performance Master Course. And it's kind of what I'm going through myself, and it is taught by a really awesome guy. His name is William Wood, and he's phenomenal at what he does. He has actually helped me personally get past a lot of emotional and a lot of pain that I've gone through. I've been holding on to, and as you guys may have seen in the earlier video where I talk about releasing toxic energy or emotions, he has helped me a lot with releasing a lot of toxic emotions, getting clarity on my goals and what I really want to do with my life. And I want to share that with you guys because I'm really happy about this. So because I'm already on the inside, I got little blips of like behind the scenes work of what they're doing, and trust me guys, it is powerful. It is something you really want to be a part of. If you want to take a course where you can actually learn how to be a really good coach and even start your own coaching business, this is where you want to be. Okay, this is exactly where you want to be. And it's not going to cost as much as a college would. Okay, it's not going to cost you like hundreds of thousands of dollars for this. This is something that is really going to be beneficial for your life. You can also do this where you can be a coach for other people. You can even coach yourself. You can coach your children. You can coach whoever you want. Okay, it's a really important course that I think everyone should take. And check out the link below if you want to be a part of it. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye.